any turnovers. That's not going to get the job done, but I think just a lot of things to learn from. I didn't think we played well. With AB, like, you can still just see our connection, even though we're not with the whole Fever team. Like, we still have that connection. And then,
ever felt like the whole world was against you? That's probably how CaitlinClark feels right now, but here's the thing. She's not backing down, so what's really going on in the WNBA? Let's find out. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Do you really believe that 177% is absurd? Just hold tight till the ChicagoSky's role is revealed. This is beginning to resemble a calculated attack. It's no longer only a challenging rookie season. Now we will analyze these staggering statistics.
Taurasi, what a spin! Taurasi a finish. And a 20-year veteran, Diana Taurasi, dialing back.
I'm going to do my best. I mean, it's still really hard basketball, like playing at this level. You know, everybody's going to be, you know, competing really hard coming back from the break, obviously with playoffs on the line.
A staggering 80% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls this season have come from just one team, the ChicagoSky, and 177% of those fouls have been called against CaitlinClark. It's as if they've decided to welcome Clark to the league in the most brutal way imaginable. You may be asking, alright, but shouldn't basketball involve physical play? Yes, but this is more than just roughhousing. Listen up, folks. This is all about a pattern, something that has everyone in the league scratching their heads. Consider the latest incident involving ChicagoSky player Diamond DeShields. Some have even gone so far as to say it was deliberate. Rather than a basketball game, it's more like witnessing a WWE match. Oh, and how is Clark dealing with everything? Just let them hit you. She said herself, "At this point in the game, I am pretty sure I will take a few hard shots." Discuss poise in high-pressure situations. The hits aren't hurting Clark, she's adjusting to them. Now the question is, should she really be required to? Is something more nefarious going on here, or is this just hazing in the WNBA? You may be asking how Clark's performance on the field is impacted by this physical abuse. It must be having some kind of impact, doesn't it? Now, this is going to be intriguing, so hold on to your seats. In spite of being handled like a human pinball on the court, Clark manages to put up nothing less than remarkable statistics. We're talking averages of 18.0 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.1 assists a game. Such numbers would be remarkable in any league. When confronted with such targeted aggression as a novice, it's just extraordinary. But hold on a second. Recall that we mentioned that Clark is doing really well, not only surviving, well, she just made history by recording the first triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. It's true, she's still going out there and making history despite everything. Now, what is the significance of this? Is the league revealing a bigger problem, or are we seeing the development of a WNBA superstar?
Fever have beaten the Mercury for 3 times in the regular season. Indiana sweeps the season series.
Well, the first thing is I feel like I know if it's going in right off my hand, and I think that just speaks to how much time I put in and how many shots I've taken.
CaitlinClark unloads!
Is this level of physicality unavoidable or intended to impede the progress of a promising player? I can say with absolute certainty that Clark's resilience is extraordinary. She's not just coping with the pressure, she's making it work for her advantage. It's like if you were observing the formation of a diamond in a laboratory. She becomes more radiant as they apply more pressure. Sheryl Swoopes shows up when you thought things couldn't get wilder with CaitlinClark. Given the circumstances, why would a former WNBA star jump to the defense of the player accused of assaulting Clark? You might be surprised by the response, which is causing a fresh wave of controversy in the league. The legendary Swoopes has thrown a wrench into the Clark scandal by standing up for Diamond DeShields following that notorious foul. An iconic figure should naturally look out for up-and-coming artists, wouldn't you agree? Very quickly, I'm afraid. Diamond, listen up, my child. Hate won't defeat you. That's the message Swoopes posted to social media, and it has everyone talking. These wicked people can't do anything about it. You're covered. Now hear this if it doesn't make you wonder. Clark had before been the target of some severe criticism from Swoopes. She had implied that AngelReese was more worthy of Rookie of the Year than Clark. What a complete and utter change. Both supporters and experts are perplexed by this switch. Can we see beyond the surface level of this story? When asked about Swoopes' apparent change of heart, ESPN commentator Elle Duncan didn't mince words. She criticized the beef and termed it insane, describing it as very much one-sided Sheryl Swoopes to CaitlinClark. It's as if you're a scriptwriter caught up in the excitement of a real-time sports drama, complete with unexpected turns of events. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. There is more than one player or infraction at the heart of Swoopes' defense of DeShields. Some more systemic problems inside the WNBA are being brought to light by this.
Coach said they took 66 shots, we took 50. Like, you know, it's really hard to win games when you give them 16 more opportunities than we had. Like, I had a lot of fun just playing and enjoying the atmosphere, like talking with the people courtside. Like, I was just trying to smile and have fun. Like, it doesn't really matter, like, win or loss.
Questions such as whether great players are receiving the protection they need, the appropriate level of physicality in the game, and the treatment of rookies are being discussed. Contemplate it. It seems like a WNBA legend is cool with Clark taking hits after smashes. Is there more going on here than just tough love for a rookie? Does this newcomer represent the old guard fighting back? Do you recall that Clark mentioned that she is already prepared to take a few tough shots each game? What was once just a rookie's bad luck has become a full-blown league controversy because, to Swoopes' remarks, what the WNBA aspires to be has become more important than Clark alone. In the WNBA, Clark is experiencing a hero's journey that is being complicated by this entire issue. Now she has to deal with a minefield of opinions, criticisms, and even surprising supporters of her opponents, on top of the difficulties she faces on the court. Everyone else seems to be playing checkers, but she's playing chess. The worst part is that the league might benefit from all this controversy. How, you inquire? The sport of women's basketball is receiving unprecedented national attention as a result. People who have never tuned into a WNBA game before are now doing so in an effort to understand the hype. And these aren't only casual admirers. The league is examining itself closely as a result of the situation. How strenuous ought the game to be without sacrificing the thrilling game that makes basketball so special? How can we ensure the safety of our top players?
You know, I would have liked to play a little better tonight. I think all of us would say that if we were all sitting up here, and as a team collectively, we would have liked to play better and just have all the confidence in the world. The basket looks really big, so I know exactly how she felt. Like, she was just in the zone. Like,
thanks to Clark, Swoopes, and this entire situation, these questions are finally receiving the attention they deserve, and answers to them are desperately needed. The WNBA may be in the midst of a scandal, but behind the scenes, a revolution is taking place in the ticket office. Who would pay to see a match between two inexperienced players? You might reevaluate your assumptions regarding the allure of women's basketball after you hear the answer. In case you missed it, CaitlinClark and AngelReese had a memorable 2023 NCAA Finals fight. Get ready for a whole new level of professionalism in that rivalry. You can see it in the statistics. These two aren't merely making a splash, they're launching a WNBA tsunami. Let's discuss the cost of tickets. About 87 would be the going rate for a typical ChicagoSky game. Still, what about the Clark versus Reese bout? I would recommend $884. Yes, that is a typo. This is a whopping 917% rise, comparable to treating oneself to a 5-star dinner after previously purchasing a burger. The status of this game has changed to that of an event. In any case, why the exorbitant cost? To put it simply, Clark and Reese are changing the face of WNBA rookies. Clark has been shattering records left and right since being selected first overall. As a rookie in the WNBA, she made history by scoring a triple-double. You've achieved legendary status with that. Just like everyone else, Reese, who was selected 7th overall, has been creating history in her own right. Her record-setting streak of straight double-doubles proves she's more than simply a college sensation. Not only are these two involved, but they are actively shaping the game. Their conflict goes beyond mere pursuit of individual honor. Every aspect of the sport is being improved. The WNBA has never before received.
Who buries a three?
and sometimes I don't even realize how far away I am. Like, I watch it back on film and I'm like, wow, I should not shoot that shot.
The courtside seats are being filled with celebrities. The internet is going wild. Many individuals are tuning in, even if they have never watched a women's basketball game before. However, not everything is peachy. A hard foul that occurred between Clark and Reese in a recent game was not called. Their fierce rivalry from college has evidently translated to the professional level, and already raging fires being stoked by it. Some concerns have been raised by this level of intensity. Is it excessively physical? Does the game betray these rookies, or do they betray the game? The basketball games are going to be really riveting because of it. Clark's ability to manage the pressure is quite remarkable. She is refusing to back down, even though she has been the object of some harsh play. Her recent game versus the Sky stats, 17 points and 13 assists, say it all. On the other hand, statistics aren't everything. It's about her adjusting to the professional game, finding her footing, and knowing when to lead and when to assist her teammates. Aside from being Clark's rival, Reese is also demonstrating her worth. She's demonstrating the same intense drive that helped her excel in college as she forges her own path in the league. Collaboratively, they are demonstrating that women's basketball is being guided by capable individuals. Ticket sales aren't the only thing benefiting from the Clark-Reese feud. People's views are shifting. Once disregarded, women's basketball is now receiving attention.